He said, but mother, that is a very expensive bird. It speaks 3 languages. And the mother said, well, if it could have speak 3 languages, when he saw the knife, he should have said something. But he said nothing. Some of us can speak, but we say nothing. We know that homosexuality is wrong, but we have remained silent and we have said nothing. We know that abortion is wrong, and we have said nothing. We allowed it to happen. I say the time has come when the church must rise up and say something, or it will lose its influence and it will lose its voice. Say something. Do something. Go out and vote. We'll never tell you who to vote for. It really doesn't matter who you vote for. Because I feel sorry for both parties. I really, really honestly feel sorry for the next president. Because I don't know what the guy's going to do. How he's going to come out of this hole. As a matter of fact, that president, and mark these words, keep it on tape, at the end of his 4-year term, whoever he is, will have the worst record on history as the most failed president ever. Not because he's bad or he couldn't handle it, but because the situation have gone so far down that 4 years is enough to pull it out. So we need to pray for our brother, whoever, or sister, whoever is going to be up there. But we need to speak. We cannot sit and say nothing. We cannot sit and do nothing and expect the world to run right. We've got to get into action. Let the Lord say, cut us down. You think this is a bluff? John the Baptist says the axe is laid at the root of the tree. Anybody who gets saved and is a tree of the Lord also puts an axe by the root. Amen. Ready to cut you down. This is not hocus pocus theology. Go to Revelation chapter 2. And God says to the Ephesian church, I came and I checked you out, and I found you lack one thing. They had 12 commendable things. 12 things that God praised them for. I love your zeal. I love your hard work. I love you found the false apostles. You love my name. You've done so many good things. But I have one thing against you. You have left your first love for me. He said, if you do not repent quickly, I will come in and remove the candlestick out of its place. I will snuff the light out of your church. You will be a dark place. You will no longer represent me. I will cut you off. You go around the community and see many church buildings, but God is not there. God is not there. He has taken his candlestick out. Because they failed to repent. Churches must also repent for the wrong that they have done. Churches have done wrong. Today, this morning, you go across this state and you will find white churches on one side and black churches on the other side. In the New Testament Church of God, the white head office is in Tampa and the black head office is in Titusville or Cocoa, somewhere there. How are we going to speak a word to the nation when our churches are divided because of our color? I bless God, the deeper life has transcended the idea of color and culture, and we have gone beyond the outside look into the heart of the man. And we say with Martin Luther King, we must not judge people by the color of their skin, but the contents of their character. And that content is the fruit of the Spirit. The divine command is cut it down. We, me, and you stand in danger of losing our place in the vineyard of God. I conclude with the man begging, please, Lord, please, give me one more year with it. I'll preach the best sermons I can. I'll dig around it. I'll soften the ground. I'll put some more manure. And Lord, one more year. If it doesn't, I tried. Then cut it down. Grace. The fourth time, grace. I remember I was 12 years old. Never forget this. One of the most impacting things that I saw. God had always prepared me from the time I was small for illustrations to preach. We had a pawpaw tree. Papaya. Pawpaw is English. Papaya is Spanish. Popoy is Trinidad. That's French. So we had this tree. It must have been about 12 feet tall. Healthy looking branches. Big giant leaves. And flowers 2 feet long. Projecting right around. I said, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. My father called me one and said, son, we don't say cutlass. We say gilpin. Bring the gilpin. There's a specially designed machete, cutlass. We always kept 2 or 3 in the house, by the door and by the window, just in case somebody come in. You know, we had nothing to steal. We're sleeping on the ground, but we're still protecting. You know what I mean? We got to protect the little bag we have, you know. Said, son, so I know where to find the gilpin right away. Always located in a special spot. Not just to cut coconuts, but anything else. Sharpen, heavy. And he said, son, I want you to cut that tree down. And he's standing up watching me to see if I will cut the tree down. I said, but Dad. Not Dad, Pa. We never know about Dad. He said, Pa, why you want me to cut a good tree down? He said, son, cut it down. He's not explaining. And I'm questioning why you want to cut a nice, healthy-looking pawpaw tree down. I said, Dad, can't you see the flowers? It's about to bear. He said, no, son. This is a male. I don't know where he got this from. This is a male pawpaw tree. And he said, male pawpaw tree don't bear fruit. You have to cut it down, and on the second rising, a female tree will come up. Forgive me, I don't understand the biology of it, the science of it, but I said, okay. And one swing of that cutlass, I swashed it, and I watched that tree tumble down. And later, 6 months, another tree grew up, and it didn't just have flowers. It had large pawpaws on it. And why God say cut us down? Not because he hates us. He cuts us down to give us another chance that we can grow again. And this time, bear fruit when we go. He doesn't hate us. He loves us, but the sword of the Spirit must come hacking down on anything that is barren and unproductive. The divine investment requires a divine visitation that has a divine expectation that when the divine disappointment takes place, a divine command is issued, cut it down. Human intervention comes in. Please, Lord, give it one more chance. Lord, do not take the lamp out of deeper life. Let it go one more year. And so sometimes you see people get cut down, not because God hates them, because they're not bearing anything. And some crisis is going to come into your life that's going to give you understanding. And you will begin to understand other people. You criticize people because you've never been in their shoe. And God will see to you that you get to walk in their shoe for a little while. And when you walk into their shoe, then you begin to get understanding. And your appreciation for people changes as you grow. But God had to chop you. God had to cut you down and let you hit the ground. And when you begin to grow again, you grow with empathy, with feelings for other